we're going to have a really great session with Jocelyn this morning and talk all about her new book called Everyday Grand. It's such a beautiful cookbook filled with so many different and beautiful recipes. She's an incredible chef and all these recipes look amazing. We're going to talk about motherhood, balancing it all, being a working mom, and obviously all things this new book. This book came out on Tuesday. We'll put a link to it in the newsletter and also in my stories. So if you want to order one and support Jocelyn and also just make some really yummy food for your households, you can get one of these yummy books. So I'll wait for Jocelyn to come on here and then we'll get chatting all about her new book.
Thank
How
you
are you?
so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited to chat this morning too.
I know this is a beautiful book. I'm so happy for you, and it's so exciting. Just came out this week. Everybody should go and buy it. It's not only beautifully done, but also these recipes I've seen in here have a couple of them that are going to be friendly to me, who's not so great in the kitchen, as you know. So I appreciate it.
You are doing way better.
But let's talk about just
in the kitchen.
Thank you so much. I mean, I had a major error last week with my macaroni and cheese. It was just like a full-on disaster that I was pleasantly surprised that I caught on camera.
I have two macaroni and cheese in the book. So like there's one that's just like the ultimate macaroni and cheese, and then there's one that's a Philly cheese, like Philly cheesesteak macaroni and cheese. So like they're insane.
Oh
so
gosh.
If you ever want to attempt mac and cheese again, definitely give the ones in this
I will. I know. I definitely will. I was looking through your book this morning, and there's so many, I mean, like these tacos, like there's so many amazing recipes in here. And you're also, launching a book as a mom. So much respect for that. Also, doing so much, just working already as a mom and then doing this book tour too. So why don't we talk a little bit about just why you decided to write the book, and then
so I really wanted to write the book because I was inspired to really talk about celebrations beyond just the bigger things that we talk about and put emphasis on in life. And I really wanted to just shed light on how we can focus more on smaller moments, more on connecting with people in our daily lives. So we're not just looking for holidays to feel special, that we're really sort of finding smaller ways to make our lives special and make our lives count. And so that was really just the inspiration behind the book. And I knew I wanted to build in amazing food with that, of course, because it's a cookbook. But I really do feel like the book is more than a cookbook. I really feel like it's a movement back to joy, back to intention, back to gratitude, and back to just being thankful for every moment of our lives.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I love about, your whole Instagram page and also the messaging behind this book is really making food fun, and also making it something that you can do as a family. You can do it and make it something that involves everybody in your household. Everybody can, take part in doing something, and also the entertaining aspect, which especially coming out of COVID, so many of us kind of lost that, joy around eating, joy around entertaining, joy around food, and connectiveness around all of that. So I think that the message of all of that in your book is such a great one, especially as we're going into spring and, want to be around each other again. So that's such a great part of it. And how has it been doing this, being a mom, and also just like balancing it all?
The thing that's really helped me is finding ways to incorporate my daughter into my brand, so it doesn't feel like I'm separating the two. Like, she loves to be in the kitchen with me, and like you'll see her through the book, she couldn't wait to be a part of the book. She couldn't wait to be, helping with recipes or just doing whatever she needed to do to like just be around me me in the kitchen. So I love like making pancakes with her. Like there's a pancake recipe we have in here together. And like we do that every weekend, you know, that's just our thing that we do. So it doesn't feel like I'm trying to, you know, keep one part of myself away from her. I just try to merge them together. So it's like we're spending, you know, time together, and it's like, this is my love over here, and then this is my love of my family, and I'm able to merge the two.
For moms who are wanting to get your amazing cookbook and then also incorporate their children, like you're saying, aside from a pancake recipe, is there like another recipe in the book that you would say is like a go-to for families or for little kids? Because I know myself, like my daughter is 2.5, but like just being able to do things that are easy and that also
my daughter and I like to make pancakes. We talked about the pancakes, but we also like to make cookies. So this is the birthday. She loves these fun like birthday cake cookies. They've got sprinkles, but they're brownie stuffed. So she like helps me with that. Like when we have like our baking moment, she makes it a really big deal. Like we put on our matching aprons and we just like spend the entire day together, like in the kitchen. And then of course the meals too. So I realized like when you have a business and you're trying to really balance that with like family life and your kids, I try to make sure that I have like 30-minute meals, right? Something that is like really delicious, but that you can get it done quickly and efficiently so you can spend more time with your family. So I have quite a few recipes in the book that like can be done, can be prepped really quickly. And then I have recipes where they feel more celebratory. Like if you want to spend all day in the kitchen because you just like, feel like it's a day to do that, then I have that too. So I really sort of believe in finding what really works for you and giving you a lot of options, because some people just really love to be in the kitchen. I know that's not everybody. You're looking like, girl.
I mean, I love baking. Like I love it because I'm like, this is always going to end up tasting relatively good. Like it's going to be okay. It's more like the cooking aspect I have to defer to my husband, but I have a lot of these that are going to be earmarked to, be making in our household because they do look like really, really delicious and really good. Do you ever feel like, especially while launching this book and doing all of, this kind of push for the book and talking about it, do you ever have mom guilt with like the time that you're taking away from your daughter?
Thank God for FaceTime. Let me tell you, FaceTime has revolutionized everything for us working moms, because like I can't even imagine how it was for like our parents when they had to travel or when they had to be away from us and they didn't have that way of like truly feeling connected where we could see them, like where we could actually be like, okay, that's mommy's face, like she's not that far removed from me, and you could just talk to them on the phone. But nowadays, like we do FaceTime like all the time. So I'll do a FaceTime. Like this morning, I had a FaceTime with my daughter before she went to school, and she's with my mom and dad and my husband, who's just like helping out too. Cause I'm like, he works and it's just crazy, right? But I think what helps is like having family around, so they still feel very familiar and they still feel very and guarded, but then you can also make sure that you feel comfortable too, because you trust these people so much, and they're family, so it's fine. But I do feel like for me, like not being there, it is hard, but I do also think like in the years to come, when my daughter sees this and recognizes what this actually really is, she'll be so proud of me, and she'll be so proud that she was part of it.
For sure. I mean, I think that I'm like you, which we're very lucky that we were able to enlist the help of our parents and our family to be able to step up when we need them. And I also talk so much about, on all of these BDA baby episodes, just about the importance of being able to have that village that you lean on in times where you might be busier than other times, or you need somebody to come in and, help get your kids off to school or help watch them while you go out of town to do something. So it sounds like you really have that with your parents and obviously your husband, but your husband works as well. So being able to kind of call on your parents when
it's such a gift. And I think just when you are really trying to balance it all, you know, there are going to be times when you can't really do the best job of it. Like where, you know, this week I'm on tour. And so it's very difficult. Like you were just on tour, and I'm sure that was really difficult because you were like all over the place, right? And
Yeah.
then, you know, then you just get back. And when you are back with your family, you just try to be as present as possible. Like I try to make sure I don't have my phone around. I try to make sure that I'm like, if my daughter wants to play Legos, if she wants to play Sorry 12 million times in a row, that we will do that. If she wants to play Candyland 12 million times in a row, that we will do that. So she realizes that that's equally important to me, that that time with her is just as important as my job.
It's so important also for, you know, for other moms who are, you know, watching or seeing you be on
Yeah.
tour and, you know, doing so many different things, you know, that like that everybody knows that there, you know, there's a lot that goes on behind the
Right.
scenes to make that work. And also there are still moments where like, you know, we do have mom guilt and we do feel like, oh my gosh, I wish I could be
Yeah.
playing Sorry with my kids, or I wish I could be getting them off to school. And, you know, being open about that being a big balancing act that, you know, you have your daughter's
Mhm.
older than mine, but it still like takes time to
Yeah, yeah.
get
And I
used to all
think
that.
the mom guilt is just never really going to go away. You just learn to exist
Right.
with it, you know, and just like try not to
Yeah.
beat yourself up too much, because it's like now that my daughter's at the point where she's 5 now, she, you know, she remembers everything. You're like, what? You remember that? You know, like you can't even be like, oh, she won't remember this. And like, I can't even say that anymore. Like she remembers everything. So it's like, I have to be really
Yeah.
conscious about, you know, how I approach things with her, how I explain to her what mommy's job is, and, you know, why I'm not home right now, and that I love her and I wish I was with her, but that she has all these people around her that love her and will take care of her and be there for whatever that, you know, she needs until mommy's back. So she feels safe and protected, but, you know, but that she also understands that mommy is living her dream, and that's really cool. And that she can also one day do that
Yeah.
too, that she won't have to sacrifice or, you know, just be one part of herself, that she will be able to be her whole self, that she can be fulfilled in all areas of her life. And that's the kind of daughters we want to raise.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. 100%. I mean, it's so well said. And also, you know, such a important part of
Yeah.
the mothering journey is just like, you know, being able to explain that part of life and that part of your career, of course, for people who, you know, who have kids who want to get this book and incorporate it into their life and into their family. What are some steps that maybe people who are not as amazing as you in the kitchen can take to kind of like warm up to, you know, doing all the recipes in your book, and doing it in like a
So
non-intimidating or
this is
daunting way?
one thing I will say about the book, right? We wanted to write it as if I was actually in the kitchen with you, right? You will hear my voice, you will feel my spirit, you will be like, Jocelyn, she's my bestie. Like she's walking this recipe like with me. She's walking through the journey with me. And that's how I want you to feel, so then you don't feel intimidated. Like that intimidation goes away immediately. And so I feel like these recipes are so well tested. Like we tested them a gazillion times. And then my co-author, Olga Massoff, who's she's the recipe editor at the Washington Post. She like went over them with a fine tooth comb, right? They are like absolutely perfect, flawless recipes. So then you know, as soon as you buy those ingredients or as soon as you take that step to make that recipe, that you are going to have an amazing result regardless. You know, you are going to get the result that you want. So I want people to have that confidence, right? I want them to know that like we've done all the hard part. Like all they have to do is get in the kitchen, have the confidence, and enjoy themselves. And that's the step. That's what we want food to be. Like the food, the recipes, all of it is super fun. It's joyful. We want to bring that type of liveliness back into people's kitchens and homes.
I love that, and it's such a great way. I also just
Yes.
flipped open to this picture, which is such a beautiful picture of,
Yeah,
of
the
you with your daughter, of
generations.
course.
Yeah.
Again, it's like, yeah, the generations, and also just like touching on the whole family and community vibe of, of cooking and being in your kitchen, and that this book has, which is, I think what everybody is craving right now, coming out of winter and going into spring and summer. It's like, how can we get, do things as a family, get that kind of entertaining, exciting time, and also like incorporate the kids. So I love that. When it comes to, you just started doing all of this, book launch and book press, but where are you going so people who are watching or who will watch this later can,
Yeah,
tune in
so
or also
I
come and
head
see you?
back to New York this afternoon. I'm doing Good Morning America in the morning. And then, yes, I'm super
Oh
excited.
my God.
And then I will be on a book tour in Atlanta tomorrow evening. So Friday at 6 p.m., I'll be at Williams Sonoma Ponce Market. So they click the link in my bio at Grandbaby Cakes, you'll get all the tour information. I'll be in Atlanta at Williams Sonoma, and then I will be in Dallas on Saturday at Williams Sonoma, and then I will be in Houston on Sunday at Williams Sonoma. So back to back to back, I will be doing book signings. I am.
Oh
I'm
my
in
God. You
Chicago
are
right now.
doing
We
it.
had an amazing book signing last night. It was just filled with so much love, so many people. It was just a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I think just being able to take in all those moments of meeting people on tour and just seeing how my recipes have touched them and, created all these amazing family moments it's been so worth it for me.
Also, are you going to be cooking in the Williams
No.
Sonomas when you're doing these events? Oh, I was like,
Yeah, I know.
that's also really enticing. Whenever I walk by Williams Sonoma and I see
Yeah,
people making
yeah.
food in there, I'm
Like
like, should I
they
go and
should
start
have
a
like
table
samples from
or?
the book. That would be amazing. Someone just said, yeah, last night was awesome. We had culinary students who made some of the recipes from the book, and they're in college, and so they
Wow.
passed them around. So that was really cool. And it was just really fun vibes. And I think like when you are sharing recipes, just being able to have like that connection and see people and talk to them about the recipes and talk to them about what the book truly means. I think that's so great. I think that's so great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's such a big part of like the food space, is being able to also like connect with people, especially about recipes that, have meaning to you and also have, family connection to you, and being able to connect with the people who are going to be making this and also buying your book is such, it's like, to me, one of the most
Yeah.
fun parts about launching a book is being able to actually go out and meet people and talk to people and see like, oh, who
Yeah.
likes what, who responds to what. So I'm sure you're getting like a ton of that already, and it's so exciting, and I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited for you, and we'll of course put all the information about your book tour and links to the book so people can get their hands. But this is such a great, also a great like hostess gift, or
Yeah.
springtime
And-
Easter
right.
gift, Mother's Day. Love all the gifting vibes for this. It's a beautiful book too, which makes it even more giftable. So congratulations on this, and thank you so much for taking time today in your
Oh
crazy
my gosh,
schedule.
thank
I
you
mean, my
so much,
gosh.
Katherine. I really appreciate it. I've loved everything that you do, everything that you stand for. Like you saw my daughter reading your book. She was so excited. Like she literally, I don't even get to read it to her.
So
She
sweet.
reads it. So it's become one of her bedtime rituals. You're a part of our family now. So
Oh,
thank you so, so much.
oh, that makes me so happy. Well, I'm so grateful, and I can't wait to follow along on your whole book tour. And
Yeah,
good luck. Take some deep breaths
I
and
sure
enjoy it,
will.
and be as present
Thank
as
you, doll.
possible.
Thank you so much.